morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome back to Bariatrics and Beyond, our second episode. So get comfy, you guys. Grab a drink, grab a healthy snacky snack, because today we have a very special guest. It is the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, all the way from Tijuana, Mexico, Dr. Ortiz.
Hello, Kayla. Hello, guys. Congratulations for this new podcast of yours, of the company, right? It looks, I didn't saw, the reality is I didn't saw it last time with Michelle, and it looks very professional. So
yeah, we're a little bit professional here at EOC sometimes, Dr. Ortiz.
Looks very nice, the studio and everything.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We try our best. So today I want to talk about basically everything. That's how I roll. But let's get it started with people getting to know you. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and then let us get to know Dr. Ortiz a little bit. So the first question would be: at what age did you know you wanted to be a surgeon?
Okay, so this I already had several years on my career, because I was probably like on my sixth grade of medical school. So I'm thinking about 24 years, 23 years, because I started medicine school at 18. So yeah, like at 23, I noticed after I went through nephrology, cardiology, traumatologist, a lot of fields in medicine. I noticed that I was a little bit more skillful in surgery than other fields. So probably like when I was 23. That's like 20 years ago.
Oh, wow. I thought, Dr. Ortiz, I thought you were going to say like 10 years ago. Wow.
I'd like to say that, but
we could just pretend.
Old.
We'll pretend. No, you're not. So what made you choose bariatric surgery? You want to be a surgeon, so why bariatric surgery?
Yeah. So when I enter general surgery, I was that's like 26, something like that. I didn't have a real idea what I wanted to do. I wanted first plastic, like marlazos. Things didn't happen. Then I wanted like urologies, but I was not really sure about what was my life was going to be the rest of my life, right? I thought also in other things like urology, like I said, hepatic surgery, and I like that, big surgeries also. But then I have some rotations when I was in my fourth year, my last year of general surgery here in Tijuana, and weight loss surgery, and bariatrics, metabolic surgery, and it's when I like it. I saw it was the future, how complex it is. That it's a big field that back then here in Tijuana was not exploited as it is right now, and then you start reading a little bit, and you notice that a lot of people in the world, in Mexico, Canada, and the States, suffer from obesity, right? And I thought, like, hey, I like bariatrics. I like laparoscopic surgery. I'm good in surgery. I'm gonna go back to my hometown city, Tijuana, right? The best place to do medical tourism surgery. And I saw all the goods and bads, and I noticed, I realized that I wanted to spend the rest of my life doing bariatric surgery. It's a big field, and when you do a bariatric surgery in one person, you change the life of many people, right? It's not like, for example, in plastic surgery, you do a surgery in that person and you change that person. But when you do a weight loss surgery, you change that person and you change all the environment, right? Usually that person becomes a better mother, better companion, better father, better son, right? So what you do is a big impact, not only in the person that you do surgery, but in all the persons around that person.
Exactly, because you're not just physically changing their life, you're changing their entire lifestyle. You're actually giving us like a second lease on life. And we always say, the superhero Dr. Ortiz, but like you really are. Like, you've saved so many people's lives. That's incredible, which leads me to my next question is, and that's probably the answer, but what is your favorite thing about being a surgeon?
I really don't see myself doing other things than surgery. We have in the past years that we had more patients than right now, right? I could easily spend 10 hours inside of the OR daily. No problem for me. It's like my man cave, right? You said my man
Yes, the OR is your man cave. You're one of a kind, Dr. Ortiz, I tell you.
Yeah, but without alcohol.
Well, you do always have that flask. I'd be wondering what's in that flask.
Coffee. That's
Coffee.
it.
Well, 10 hours in the OR, it better be something. Cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
And so you were saying you went back to Tijuana. So where did you do your studying, like to become a surgeon, and how long was that process?
Yeah. Look, it's long because you go to med school here when you're 18, and then it's 7 years of med school. So let's say you finish 25, 26, and then you go 4 years of general surgery. And then you have to do 1 year of bariatric surgery. So we are talking about how many? 7, 4, 5, like 12 years. So 12 years, that's a lot. 12 years to become a bariatric surgeon. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And when I came back, the year of bariatric surgery, I did it here in Tijuana with a colleague of mine that I used to work actually with him at the beginning of my career. Right now, we went separate, right? We still get along. But yeah, that year of bariatrics, I did some during the 4 years of general surgery, but that some is for everybody. Mm-hmm. So, but the whole year of bariatrics, that was here in Tijuana.
So you're not just a bariatric surgeon; you're a general surgeon as well. It's like that's pretty
general surgeon. Yes, yeah. You have to be general surgeon. General surgeons, we do, and we still do it. Gallbladders, splenectomies, hiatal hernias, appendectomies, wound shots, groin hernias. Yeah, that's like general surgeon. But yeah, bariatric surgeons, we also are general surgeons.
That's incredible. That is so impressive, Dr. Ortiz. So what would you say being a surgeon has been your best, greatest, biggest accomplishment this far?
Being a bariatric surgeon?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say being co-founder of the company, EOC, right? Because I used to be, even though I was a bariatric surgeon, I used to be like work for a company, right? And I still do. I still work, but now being co-founder of the company, that's one a big achievement. Probably huge. Probably 2022 year, we did. And that's very impressive. That's a year that will never come back. That's a year that nobody will break that record in my lifetime for sure. Like 5,600 bariatric procedures under my name with a lot of help, obviously. Yeah. And I'm not including Dr. Galvao, Dr. Almino, Dr. Lazos, or only of me. That's a record that nobody will break. Nobody will break in my lifetime. And probably being robotic bariatric proctor in a very short period of time. So probably those three things.
Right. Because you're the first robotic proctor in Tijuana, is that correct?
In all northwest of Mexico.
Wow.
Yes. There's only we are only like four bariatric robotic proctors in all Mexico, and I'm the newest. I mean, the new guy in town, right? The new kid in the block.
And you've probably already done the most, no doubt, knowing you.
There's one doctor that's been a while, and he's older than me, and he's done more, but we're on a right track.
Right. Neck and neck. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about surgery for people that are new here or just finding this podcast and are looking into weight loss surgery. Can you explain? I think, if you know nothing about weight loss surgery, you hear weight loss surgery, most people think, oh, the lap band or the bypass, but there's so many different kinds of surgery. So what surgeries do you perform? And can you just explain a little bit about them?
Yes. Now called bariatric and metabolic surgery, right? For for us to branding, it's easier weight loss surgery. For patients, weight loss surgery, but it's a little bit more, right? Bariatric and metabolic procedures. So there's many of them. We haven't find the best procedure for everything. That is why there's like 6 options. So lap band, no more. We don't even offer lap band anymore. So we do the number one weight loss procedure in all the world. It's not the best, but it's the number one. That it's the BSG, right? The vertical sleeve gastrectomy. We also do 2 types of bypass, the RNY, well known in the States, and one anastomosis bypass that it's been approved in the States in the last 3 years, I believe, 3 or 4 years, but it's worldwide. We've done it since 1 decade. We also have the Sadis procedure that I like it a lot. So there's 4 already, right? 2 bypass, the sleeve, the Sadis. We do endoscopic with Dr. Galvan, endoscopic sleeve gastroplasty and remodels via endoscopic, right? And we are going to start doing the BTI, right? The intestinal bipartition procedure. So that is, I think that is going to take away some numbers from the RNY. It's a kind of it's a new procedure in the States, but it's a long time around the world. And we are going to start doing it. We already have our first patients. They're going to be robotic, by the way. I'm pretty sure that it's going to take a lot of numbers from the RNY. It's a really good procedure.
Awesome.
Well, so that's like 6 procedures.
And what one would you say is the most common surgery?
The most common, the BSG. That's the most common. The BSG, the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. The one that I like to do more right now, probably the Sadis procedure. That's the one that I like to do more. But the most common, like 80% of our procedures, 80% of our procedures are BSG.
Right. And so you say you like to do more of the Sadis. Is that because why? Like, is it like more enjoyable for you to do? Is there a surgery that you actually like enjoy doing more, or is it because of the results from the Sadis? And also for people that don't know what a Sadis is, like, can we break it down exactly what it is?
Sure. Both of what you said, both are correct. Because technically, it's more challenging. So for us, it's a little bit more, can I say, entertainment to do it. Not many surgeons do that procedure in Mexico. There's only like 6 surgeons in all Mexico who we do that procedure. In the States, the same, and the rest of the world, the same. There's just a few handful surgeons there that does that. So I like it because it's challenging. It's for us. It's not for everybody. And the results. Not only that, the results that you get with the Sadis, there's no other procedure that has long-term remission in diabetes, for example. You have diabetes, you want a long-term remission. The procedure that is demonstrated that has the best results long-term is the Sadis, for example. Why don't we do more Sadis? Well, because like I said, it's not for everybody. It's more aggressive surgery. We're not going to do Sadis in people who has low BMIs, for example. Young people, probably not. So people who had bad acid reflux, we probably do more RNY. So it's not for everybody, right? Also, we don't do more because it's like a more aggressive surgery. People tend to be a little bit more skeptic or afraid of the procedure, right?
Mhm.
Actually, that is one of the reasons why people prefer more the sleeve because it's a more uh, easy
Right.
procedure and the follow up, right? And also money wise, it's a little bit more expensive and a few $1,000s more, and also that's a handicap for our patients. So those are the reasons that we don't do more Sadis, right? So what's a Sadis? You ask.
Mhm.
It's two procedures in one. That is why it's so powerful procedure. First is a regular gastric sleeve surgery, and then after that we do one anastomosis bypass. Well, let's say it's like two procedures in one,
Okay.
one sleeve and one anastomosis bypass at the same time. So you can imagine that you have the best things from both worlds, right? You have the restriction from the sleeve, you have the malabsorption from the bypass. Yeah,
So
and
it's a very powerful
very,
procedure.
very,
Yeah.
very, very. That's why I like it. I've, we done dozens of them. Right now, I cannot say 100 still, uh, but if you check our Facebook feed, for example, you're gonna notice that every time that somebody that had the Sadis and they post, the results they're always amazing.
Mhm.
If there's a Sadis person, I saw two posts today, for example.
Mhm.
People that I got the Sadis 5 months ago, 6 months ago, they already lost almost 100 pounds.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, you don't see that. You don't see that with other procedures. You
Right.
see that more at the long run, but with Sadis,
Yes,
it's
it's quick.
it's
Right.
quicker.
And so the is there so let's talk about revisions really quick because a lot of patients do come for revision surgeries and there's different reasons for a revision, but if we just stay on the track of Sadis right now, if someone has a Sadis procedure, what's the likelihood of is there a revision an option after that, and what's the likelihood of that happening, do you think?
Uh, Surgical, I would not offer. Look,
Mm,
I people that go under Sadis, I tell them this: there's not going to be more laparoscopic robotic options for this because the Sadis procedure is already an aggressive surgery.
yeah.
We don't leave more a lot of ground to move after that. I
Mhm.
mean, after that, moving bypassing more intestines not possible. We already bypass a lot. Doing uh, the sleeve more tight laparoscopic, we already left it very tight. The only option would be endoscopic, right? It's a good option always that doctor, for example, in our case, Dr. Galbao can go endoscopically and tight the sleeve of the Sadis. Uh, yeah, tight the anastomosis of the bypass and the Sadis. But I tell the people that go on their Sadis, you have to think that this is going to be the first
Mhm.
last weight loss bariatric metabolic surgery in your case.
Yeah, like it's this is it, guys. This is your one shot, one and done.
But the way I'm seeing it, the way that I'm seeing it with the patients that are already went under Sadis, I don't think that they're gonna need more. No,
Mhm.
they're
Yep.
doing really.
And so the reason why the gastric sleeve is the most popular, right, is
Mhm.
because it's basically like the entry level. And if you do need something after that, you can go to a bypass or whatever. So what would be the reasons that people do come back for a revision, do you think?
Yes, yeah, like you said, when the let's say the sleeve is like the introduction to all to practically to all
Mhm.
bariatric weight loss surgeries. So um, our patients, Americans, they do really good with the sleeve, really, really, really good. Many of them they really don't need more. So if you ask me, for example, I've done 11 members, family members, like 11. All of them, they got to sleep. Uh, all of them, because I know my people, right? And doing a bypass, doing a Sadis, doing the prepartition, you have to be more strict patient. You have to be more strict with the diet, with the
Mhm.
vitamin, because if you're not, then you can have severe health issues. With the sleeve, it's easier. it's easier to the follow up for patients, right? So it's a good introduction, and in many times, high percentage, it's going to be enough. So don't think that if you have a sleep, then I don't want this, because many people, they come here with us. I don't want to sleep because I don't want to come back for an. But that's a bad mindset. When
Yeah,
I
that's
hear
a bad mentality to have. Yeah.
that mentality,
Mhm.
that mentality. When somebody tells me that, when I see them here at the hospital, the first thing that I tell them is, do not think that just because you're going under the bypass, the bipartition, or the Sadis, you're going to be successful.
Mhm.
What we do is 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. The rest, it really is up to you, right? Follow the instructions, but not because you are going to have a bigger surgery, it means that you're going to be successful. No, actually, we have people come in for revisions, conversions of these bypass already. So yes, like I said, high percentage of patients going under sleep, that's enough. And if you ask me, I prefer to do sleeps if possible.
Mhm.
The first surgery for everybody, only if they have bad acid reflux, Barrett esophagus, bad diabetes, they already uses insulin. Well, we have to go more aggressive, right? But if not, I think that the sleeve is a good option for all of you guys.
Yeah. I think what it is with weight loss surgery, a lot of people aren't too educated on, and they think weight loss surgery, it's easy way out. There's nothing easy about weight loss surgery. You still have to put in the work every single day, and more so after surgery than ever do you have to put in the work, because you aren't taking in as much food. So you have to really make sure what you are getting is all the correct stuff that your body needs. So yeah, weight loss surgery, it's a tool, just like, building a house. You might have, a hammer. It's going to build the house. It might take a little bit longer, or you might use an electric, whatever tool, a power tool that might help you along, but you still have to do that work to build the foundation. So for anyone out there thinking that weight loss surgery is the easy way out and you want to get, the bigger procedure because you don't have to do the work, you still got to do the work. No matter what procedure you get, it's only going to work if you do the work as well.
Yeah, you said it correctly. We only say, when I talk to the patients, I tell them, just to say a percentage, that we only do like 30% of the job. That's it.
Mm.
If patients, they don't follow the diet that we give them, the diet or the post-op diet, if they don't take the vitamins, if they don't take the protein, if they don't change those bad habits that bring them with us, if they don't avoid those snackings between meals, if they don't do those lifestyle change, well, it's just not going to work, or it will work for
Initially.
for a time.
Yeah.
Then they will regain. They will have to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not easy. It's not an easy way. No,
No.
right? You still have to do a good diet. You
Yep.
still have to go be active. So yeah.
Yeah. This just actually helps you stay on track. That's how I feel about it. And I'm not going to go put my body through all that to go back to old habits. And this definitely does help you stay on track. So because there are a lot of options. People are like, well, I don't know what surgery I want, what one's best for me. So how do you determine what surgery is best for who?
Okay. So we're gonna start first with the gastric sleeve surgery. This one, like I just told you, this is the surgery that I prefer to do in most of our patients. So the sleeve is a surgery that we take out like 80% of the stomach. In that part of the stomach, there's a hormone that we take out. And after this, the anxiety of people, for the need for them to eat drops, right? So, and then, because we take out like 75% of the capacity of the stomach, they will not be able to eat as before. So it's some restriction, or a lot of restriction, actually. So who's good for this surgery? Young people. I prefer to do this on young people, yes, who are not diabetic, or if they are diabetic, they not insulin, that they don't need insulin. These are good people. People who doesn't have bad acid reflux, or if it's mild, you can do sleeve. We have to check the hernia there that might need to fix. And this is a majority of our patients. Like I can tell you this is like 70-80% of our patients, because uh, even though we have people with high BMI, we already did the numbers, and like only like 15.51% of our patients have diabetes. So Americans, Canadians, they have really good genes against diabetes. So why do a bigger surgery in a patient that doesn't have diabetes, right? For example, if my patients were only Mexicans and we do surgeries here in Mexico for Mexicans, I probably would be doing more bypass or more Sadis or more BTIs. Why is that? Because us Mexicans, Latins, we have bad genes for diabetes. So that means that most of my patients will be diabetic, if not all, if not all. But because we do medical tourism and we do more Americans, more Canadians, and the genes, the genetic is different, I think that sleep is a good option. 75-80% of our patients. But let's say that you already are diabetic and you use insulin. That means that you have bad diabetes, right? Or a chronic long history of diabetes. The sleep will not be the best option for you. Let's say that we can do a bypass or one anastomosis bypass or a Sadis procedure. If you have bad acid reflux, those people that sometimes they even wake up at night because they are choking their acid. These people, they are good for bypass, RNY bypass. If people they have chronic history of reflux and they already have Barrett esophagus, these people are good for bypass better. If they have bad acid reflux, but they have a lot of risk, for example, previous heart issues or bad health, then you need a safer bypass, and we are talking about the one anastomosis bypass, right? Uh, but some people, for example, they come for a conversion. Let's say that they had the sleep first, and their BMI is still very high because it was high since the beginning, and they don't have acid reflux. So then we can go for the Sadis and finish their job, and that's it, right? They got the sleep done, and they develop a lot of acid reflux. Then we can do the RNY or the one anastomosis bypass. So we can play between the surgeries there. Depends on the needs of every patient. Yeah.
Right. And because the majority of our patients are from the US or Canada, or, we're even getting patients from New Zealand, Australia, all over the world, it's all done remotely. It's all done via email. So basically when a person inquires about having weight loss surgery, they get sent a health application, correct? And then they need to fill that out, and it lists everything about, their health history, any comorbidities, and you review each one of those, and then you decide from there, correct?
All of them. We, in my case, I have to check all the health questionnaires. Not only me, also the coordinator. Who our coordinators are ex-patients. They're not doctors, but they know some. They already went through this and they know something. They check them first. Cindy Rios, who is our bariatric certified from the ASMBS nurse, also has the bypass. She also see the health questionnaires. I see them, and then we suggest for the patients this procedure or that procedure, right? But not only that. For example, when they arrive here to Tijuana, after we check them out, we see them in person and we check the labs and check them out. We can change it, right? Example that happened yesterday. A lady that was scheduled for the RNY yesterday, right? And that means that we approved her bypass before she came here. And once we talked to her yesterday, she has some issues of pancreas, other things that the bypass was not the best option for her. So we switched her to the sleep, right? Yes. Not because you're scheduled for this surgery, that means that you're going to get that surgery. So once we see you here in person and see that everything's fine, we can change it for the best of you, of everybody, right?
Yep, that's really cool. So you're not the only bariatric surgeon on the team. So do you want to explain who else do we have and how did you choose who you wanted to be part of your lineup for your bariatric surgeon?
Yeah. So right now we came a long way already, and when it's a big company, right? We have a lot of patients, not only bariatric patients, dental patients, plastic post bariatric patients. So one cannot do everything, right? So you need a lot of staff, a lot of people that you can trust, uh, and if they are people that already went uh, through your guidance, well, even better, right? So there's Dr. Covarrubias, who is well known from our group. He's one of the surgeons that I learn a lot. He works with us. His ethics, I think that they're impeccable, and he's very skillful. So he works with us. Uh, and then we have previous fellow surgeons that already went 1 year working with us, like four of them they helped us in some things of the each surgery, right? Then we have worldwide renowned surgeons like Dr. Almino, who uh, by many it's the best or the most complete bariatric surgery in all the world. We have Dr. Galbao, but the same for many. He is the most experienced endoscopic bariatric surgeon in all the world. So uh, if we talk about plastics, we have like four of them that if you only need to see their work in our social, just for you to notice how good they are, right? So yeah, if you come to AOC, I really think that it doesn't matter who does your procedure. Depends on what you're coming. You're gonna get good good results, the same results.
Right. And I think when you say Dr. Ramos and Dr. Galvao, they're kind of like guest surgeons, aren't they? Because Dr. Ramos resides in Brazil, correct? And then he comes out to us is it like once a month?
No, let's
Every
say like
couple of months?
3 months, the
Right.
same. But those guys, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They are everywhere. They do. Dr. Almino works in Brazil here with us. He goes to Ecuador. Does surgeries. Dr. Galbao, he's in India, France. In his main headquarters is in Florida in the States. So there are those guys. They're everywhere. Everywhere.
It's pretty impressive because, yeah, if you're coming for surgery.
They are like Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. But yeah, exactly. But no, it's pretty cool because you don't have to go all the way to Brazil if you want to have surgery with Dr. Ramos. Like, it's really cool that you can just come to us and we bring them to you. So I love that. Now, Dr. Ortiz, a lot of people don't know this about you, but you're obviously not just a surgeon. You're a bariatric professor too, aren't you? Like you teach this surgery and you give you're part of a what do you call it? A congress, a bariatric congress, and then you travel around. You also are Mr. Worldwide. You travel all around the world, presenting and teaching. So can you tell us a little bit about that side of things for us?
Yes. At the beginning of my career, I was only focused in work, right? In working. And, well, I needed to secure my future and things like that, right? So I only focus, and then I'm a workaholic also. So I only focus on that. Then once I felt that I was completing in that phase of my life, then I noticed that I have to go beyond that, beyond only doing surgery, and that I needed to give a little bit more about what I learned, right? And when you do that, well, that makes you uh, put you in a higher standard, right? So we started at AOC teaching like in 20 after the pandemic, actually after the pandemic, and myself, other colleagues of us, we founded it's an academy, a bariatric academy, where we have every year 12 surgeons around the world. Most of them are here from all America, right, from north to south. And every year we have 12 surgeons that are with us 1 year, and they do a 1 year rotation. And at the end of that 1 year, they get their official diploma of and certified of bariatric surgeons. So, in other words, I can tell you that in my case, like my other colleagues, we are surgeons who certify um, the new bariatric surgeons. So we have a lot of work to do in that case, right? We have to make sure that the future surgeons are well prepared. So after 1 year, we are the teachers, the professors, the ones who give them the green light, the okay, for them to start doing bariatric surgery. And also, like you said, in my case, well, many times I get called and I receive a call for me to go many parts of the world to give a speech in bariatric congress, right? Now that we do also robotic surgery, and like I mentioned at the beginning of this chat, now I'm doing the same thing, but in robotic surgery, right? So in my case of all northwest of Mexico, well, I'm the first and only uh, certified professor who certified the new, the future robotic bariatric surgeons.
That's
So,
so impressive, Dr. Ortiz.
yeah.
That's really good. So, talking about the future, it sounds like the robot is going to be the way of the future. So, can you talk to us all about the robot? And on last week's episode, I was talking to Michelle, and I was saying that I know you like playing PlayStation and computer games, and I feel like the robot surgery is just like a huge computer game. Like I feel like that's what it would be like. I don't know. I'm not a surgeon. But yeah, can you touch on robotic surgeries and how it's going to become a thing of the future? Like it's the way it's going to go.
Yeah, it's the future. For example, I'm going to give you this one. Just a few days ago, a Spanish surgeon. He was in Spain, I believe, sitting in the machine, right? And actually, he was dressed with a tie and a suit, and the patient was almost 7,000 miles. That's a lot, right? Oh, and that's another continent.
Yeah.
Not even another country, another continent. And he was doing a nephrectomy, kidney surgery. So imagine he was in another continent. He was not even with OR suits. He was in a tie, and he looked like he was going ready for a dinner or something like that. And that's the future. That's
That is so cool. That is so cool. Yes.
that happened. There are many people, surgeons, even surgeons, who are gonna kind of hesitate about this. The same thing happened with laparoscopy. You have to imagine, go back to the 80s when it was only open surgery, right? And then something happened that it's called laparoscopic surgery. That is what we do right now, right?
Yeah, people are like, there's no way this is going to take off.
And it's the same thing.
Mm.
Surgeons back then, they were like, no, how can you take out the gallbladder from small incisions? That's not going to happen. No, that's not going to happen. No way. How are you going to take the splint or repair a wound shot like that, for example? That's not going to happen. And all of a sudden, those people who didn't believe in laparoscopic surgery, they became like dinosaurs.
Mm.
And they
Extinct.
extinct.
Yeah.
Extinct. And then nobody does open surgeries anymore. Nobody wants to cut a patient up. No, and that's going to happen with robotic surgery. The place where I went to get my training in robotic surgery is in Florida, where Dr. Calvao works at Orlando Health in Florida.
Mm.
Over there, works I think probably the most skillful robotic surgeon in the world. And that is called Dr. Andre Teixeira. He's the one that did my proctoring in my case when I started. In that hospital, just for you to get an idea, in that hospital, there's like 25 robots for everything, for gynecology, urologists, pediatrics, all fields, right? In that hospital, they only do robotic surgery.
Wow.
They don't do laparoscopic surgery. They don't do all the procedures, Sadis, bypass that I talk about.
Mm-hmm.
They all are robotic.
That's so cool.
I don't think that those guys even know how to do laparoscopic surgery anymore. Imagine.
Right.
So there's already places in the world they only do robotics. So yeah, it's the future. It's the future.
Right. And I would think, with robotic surgery, it would preserve the longevity of being a surgeon. Like, I feel like you could probably do that for almost forever.
For sure, yes.
Yeah.
You can see surgeons that they're not too young, in their 70s, something like that, and they're doing robotic surgeries. Oh yeah. For a surgeons, that's wonderful. You don't see it right now.
Mm-hmm.
When you get older, it's marvelous. It's marvelous.
That is so cool. So what's next for EOC? What does the future hold? What are your plans?
Right now, we're gonna do more. We're gonna do more investigation. Right now, we already developed. It is gonna start working in October. Our AOC data research. So this is new. We're gonna tell all the patients that we develop a database. It's not the database that we have already. It's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
That it's going to send a questionnaire at 15 days, 1 month, 6 months, like a professional follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to work for sure, and it's going to help our future patients, because we need more feedback, right? And we have to publish more to give for more. We have to publish more for the medical field. Mm-hmm. So that's one, and so that will put AOC in a higher ground, comparing with our competitors here in Tijuana, for sure, because the other ones, they don't have that. So it's good for our future patients. It's good for our AOC. It gives us more transparency. People will like that more. It's more professional, and it's good for everybody. That's one. And we have to continue putting the line mark. What would you say? The bar?
Yep, setting the bar. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I think the new things are gonna come, but this what you're doing right now. This is new.
Yeah.
This is new. Other companies, they just don't have it. Why don't have it? Because I don't know. Maybe Uh, they don't want to do it. It takes time. It takes people. It takes money to do that,
Yeah.
right? Not everybody wants to invest time, people, money. So yeah, we're growing every
Right.
time.
I feel like that's what sets EOC apart from most any kind of medical sort of company is that, there is the medical side, but there's also the very social side where we have formed such a really cool community of past patients and future patients. We have our own little, like we're in a little world, it's so cool just to have like such a sense of community because it's not just, the medical side of things, it's also a very social side of things too, because, as bariatric surgery and plastic surgery, you mirror the two. It is a social thing and it also is a medical thing and it changes someone's lifestyle. So we've kind of taken both aspects of that, to form this one big, happy
Community.
bubble. Yeah, community. That's where I was
That's
going.
bariatric community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really cool.
And it's not easy to do it.
Yeah.
I see my colleagues, and I mean everybody do their best, right? But I see it in other companies, and not because I'm here with you, but we really put the bar line
Yeah.
high.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So before I let you go, Dr. Ortiz, I can't help but to notice the piano behind you, right? So your nickname is Dr. Elias Beethoven Ortiz, right?
That's when I'm in my piano stage of my life. Yeah, that's my personal nickname.
Right. So tell us about your
Just having
piano.
fun. Just having fun. Just having fun.
So tell us about your piano. Like, how often do you practice? Are you learning? Like, tell us about that.
Oof, no, piano is super difficult.
Is it?
Oh yeah, the piano it's difficult. I have classes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 hours
Wow.
classes. So some people they say, why Dr. Ortiz does surgeries afternoon? Because in the morning I have to do other things.
He's learning the piano, you guys. Give him a minute.
But I do piano and other things. Yeah, I have to do other things, right?
Yeah.
Piano, French classes, things like that. Eventually, I will have to start doing surgeries earlier, right? Right now, for example, I don't have kids. So when that part of my life starts, probably I'm gonna have to start doing surgeries in the mornings. But right now, my mornings are to do other things, to grow my personal life, and not everything is bariatric surgery, right?
That's good. That's good to know. Speaking of, you just got back from vacation from France. So how was your French over there? Did you get to practice a lot?
A lot of also French is difficult.
Yeah.
You know Spanish, and if you know English, you can understand because they're like romantic languages, right? Kind of Latin languages. They're very similar. But those guys in Paris, they talk too fast.
Really?
Yeah, they talk too fast and they skip words.
Uh-huh.
And they like the Americans they do the same, right?
Yeah, so do us Aussies. We're bad.
You all, you don't say you all. Y'all.
Yeah.
Things like that. So
we
if
say
you're
yes.
not an American, you're like, y'all? What's y'all?
Right.
What's y'all? What's that? So yeah, but we practice. It's a city that I one of my favorite cities in Europe, Paris. So if somebody has the opportunity to go, go. The Frenchies they're not bad guys like they used to.
Right, they got a bad rap. Yeah, they're like they're not friendly.
Friendly. The new generations are cool.
Oh, nice.
So you're gonna everybody speak English.
So you had a good time.
Yeah, you don't worry about the language. Everybody speak English, and the city is amazing. It's amazing. Good food and a lot of things to do. It's a good option if you have the opportunity. Go. You're gonna have a good time.
And I got to know, did you eat snails while you were there?
Snails, of course. You have to. Snails,
Frog's leg? Yeah, you did.
Yes, yeah.
What's it taste like?
Like it takes. I think it tastes like chicken, but a little bit better.
Wow. There's something better than chicken out there? No way.
Oh yeah, it tastes. They look a little bit nasty because no, if you don't look at them, just eat it.
Just eat it. Close your eyes and eat it. That's awesome.
Because they look a little bit nasty, but the snails are good. Frog legs good. Onion soup good. So yeah. You have options.
I got to know about that onion soup because in the Grand Hotel at Emma's, there is a French restaurant and they have the best onion soup. So is it better than Emma's?
No.
It's not better than Emma's?
No, it's better than Emma's.
It is? Oh, man, now I've got to go to France.
All the restaurants that I was in over there, my first entry, my start, it was always a onion soup.
I bet, of course.
I was like, I'm gonna find the best onion soup that it beats the onion soup of the Grand Hotel. And guess what?
You found it.
No, I didn't find it.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh no, Emma's is better.
Yes, good to know. Good to know.
If you're in Tijuana, if you're at the hotel, for example, the companions of our patients.
Companions, listen up.
Yeah, there's a restaurant in the lobby, right, that's called Emma's. And try the onion soup. Our patients, they can try it also. They can try it.
Just the broth part.
The broth, they can try the onion soup, and you are going to love it. In my case, and I think yours also, onion soup that you're ever going to try.
I agree. Okay, so we're going to sign off. But before we do that, we hope right now that all of our coordinators are listening to this podcast because you have a little surprise for everybody.
Oh, yes.
Tell us what it is, Dr. Ortiz.
Look, I was talking the other time with Michelle and Janice, right? And we're talking about, we have, it's been a while that we haven't spent time with the U.S. staff. I know Michelle, she does it all the time.
Yeah.
She's always partying. In my case,
she's the fun facilitator.
Of Janice, in my case, well, we haven't expressed our gratitude for the hard work they do, and all the patients they send us. So we are planning vacation, right? And it's gonna be in one of my favorite places. It's not any place. It's a place that I recommend you to go. South Mexico. It's close to Cancun. Everybody knows Cancun, right? Please hear about Cancun. It's the Maya Riviera or Riviera Maya. It's close, like 30 minutes from Cancun. It's very close, and it's a hotel that it's those type like all-inclusive hotels,
like a resort.
Right? I like a resort that you really don't need money anymore. You just pay the all in advance, and everything it's already included. They have everything, right? Like 4 restaurants, pools everywhere, and a lot of activities. So the hotel is really nice. It's really fun. So we're gonna go a few days, for like 4 nights, something like that.
Nice.
So for all the U.S. staff listening, so let's go to. We're gonna start going to the gym, right?
Yeah.
For our beach bodies.
Yeah. Am I invited? Can I come? I'm coming?
You're coming.
Yay! I can't wait. That's so exciting.
We're going to have some fun over there. We're going to let you know the dates, but it's going to be next year for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dr. Ortiz. We really, really appreciate that. We appreciate you for everything you do for us, everything you do for all of our patients, giving us all a second chance at life. So with that being said, let's make a toast and cheers, everybody. If you've made it this far, raise your cups. Thank you, Dr. Ortiz. Now listen, you guys, this journey isn't going to be easy every day, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. So with that being said, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to Panama City Beach, Florida.
Who got you that?
I don't remember the name, but it's an ex-patient. I
Oh,
always,
that's amazing. That's
yeah,
cool.
patients, they give me a lot of gifts. My kitchen is full with uh, gifts from my patients. I have like 1,000 cups, coffee cups,
Because I see
and
you carrying a cup every day, everywhere. So do
I
I.
have a
That's
lot of
amazing.
chocolates there in my kitchen, and yeah.
There you go, guys. He uses your gifts. So keep them coming. All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Ortiz. Do you have surgeries today or are you off today?
We have some surgeries, so
Okay.
in a few moments we're gonna go and start working and do some rounds, checking the people from yesterday. So we have job to do.
Okay. Excellent. Well, we'll let you get to it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in a few weeks. I'm coming back to TJ. So I'll see you soon.
I hope that your sister doing better. I saw her results, and Dr. Espino. I think that we are gonna keep him. He's
You reckon we'll keep him? He's all right, huh? He's not too bad.
like the same as Dr. Mendoza.
Fantastic.
Are both neck and head
Mm-hmm.
plastic surgeons. They have magic hands, and your sister, she looks really good. So
Yeah. She's going to be on next week's episode. She's going to be in studio. So everybody stay tuned for that one. Yep, for sure.
okay,
Excellent. Well, thank you, Dr. Ortiz. And we'll see you next time.
bye bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.